Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 3-19.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
53.
After the interception, it's long. And that's complete to Jesse James. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
There we go, T. That's the way. Be right. Tight. Watch left. Three down. Hey.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Love. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Back to football. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Here's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 319. 319.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. A give to Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. The give is to Jones. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try the air now with Locke. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is fielded for now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a first down throw. Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Able to avoid him. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Dances by him. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll roll him out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down. All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
4 down, 4 down.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Rudolph looking to throw it. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Allen again. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Here's Rudolph off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They try to sweep to Jones. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired. And
that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. 319. 319.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Hut.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Finding room to the 20. A good pickup there of 22. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And here's Allen to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's a Bills touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is Jones. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Rudolph on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Fancy footwork at midfield. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Allen now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Four down. Check.
Jones. And an alley to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big run there by Jones. And even 50 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, that's Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Pittsburgh, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning.